What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Dolores,
What's up?
and my brother Derek.
What's up?
And this week, we're going to be talking about Batman Returns, the second of Tim Burton's Batmans. When did this come out?
1992.
92. I was alive when this movie came out.
Yeah. I think it came out that July.
All right.
Or June. June, I believe. June. I know I looked it up because I was like, it was a whole bunch of Christmas.
Yeah, it was a
It's during
Christmas
Christmas
movie
time.
in the summertime. Yeah.
So, yeah. Batman Returns.
So I'm gonna say, this movie is super weird. Like
It's so weird.
it's so
Very.
so weird.
Very.
So this is honestly the second time I've seen this movie.
Is
All the
it
way
second?
through.
It's only my second time. So I didn't see this movie until I was an adult because I couldn't watch it as a kid. Rightfully so.
Really? I'm pretty sure I watched this as a kid.
It
Like a
wasn't at
young
home.
kid?
It wasn't
No,
at home.
as a teen.
Well,
yeah.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean,
I was about to say as a kid, no.
As
I
a
know
kid,
you
no.
didn't watch this.
so I didn't. The first time I seen it, I was probably
I'm pretty sure I watched this before Batman and Robin came out, though. No?
no.
No?
There's
I
no
don't
way you
think
seen this
so.
before Batman and Robin
Yeah,
came
I
out.
don't think so.
No, because I was an adult when I seen it,
Okay.
and so this is my second time seeing it ever. And I was like, first time I'm like, this movie is weird. What the heck is happening? This time around, I was like, it's weird, but I like it.
Yeah. I think I watched it on TV. I definitely watched it on TV.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely would have to cut some things.
My feelings is the same as yours.
Yeah.
Like watching it this time, I was like, okay. I don't have a disdain for it
Yeah.
as I did before.
Yeah.
And I know we did movie rankings, which we probably should
Did
have
we rank
watched.
the Batman movies?
We
We
did,
did.
and I think we put this towards the bottom because we were all like, "What the heck is happening in this movie?" And this time, I
Yes.
was like, "You know what?
We rated it second to last because Batman and
Batman and
Well,
Robin.
that's
Robin.
dead
Batman
last.
and Robin
That's
was last.
was last,
Yeah.
and then this was second to last.
yeah,
Alright.
which was unfair to this movie.
So,
I take it back.
it's definitely been at least a decade since I've seen this movie.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I remember not liking the movie.
Mhm.
And I have to say, I still don't.
I don't like. It's not like
It's weird. I just remember the movie being weird, and it's still weird.
It is
It is.
weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. It has plot issues. It's not a
There are
perfect movie,
definitely plot issues.
but at
There's
the
some
end of the
strong plot
day,
issues.
I felt like I still enjoyed
No,
myself.
I get it being a classic movie. I don't know about that last statement you made.
I
I
enjoyed watching it. I really did.
I get it being a classic movie. But someone needs to tell Tim Burton that although Batman's villains take their name after animals, they're not actually the animals. Why is Penguin and Catwoman actually have penguin and cat powers?
Yeah.
They are people.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he wanted to do. Like, he didn't want it to be
Mhm.
any comic booky stuff.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, he went full on Burton, and Warner Brothers allowed him. They was like, "Hey, you got
Yeah.
free range,"
Mhm.
and he went full on Burton. But even then, he still complained because he felt like the studio had too much input. And I'm like, did
You
they?
know what? You know what? I feel like they probably should have put in a little bit more
A little
input
bit
on
more.
this.
He
I'm
wouldn't
never
have-
fighting for the studios, but I
He
think they need
wouldn't
to
have
reel
did it.
him in.
He wouldn't have did it if they did. But I don't like
And
even
this
with
is why we got Schumacher.
yes, he is equally to blame for why we have Schumacher, why we have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. It is Tim Burton's fault. But like even then, like I mean, it's certainly not a perfect movie. There's too many villains in here, too many subplots. There's like no focus whatsoever. Penguin is a creep. Like I don't remember all of the sexual innuendos.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I didn't either.
did old dude say Poontang?
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
It was
Yes.
just so many things. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Christopher Walken's character is like, you can get all the Poontang that you want. And I was like, excuse me? What happened? And first of all, no, I don't care how much money you got. I don't think Penguin is getting any.
no,
No.
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 No, which is makes it weird. Like, why'd you make him look so grotesque?
So
Very.
gross. He looks disgusting. I
Yeah,
mean, props to the makeup department. Like,
but like
Yeah.
the black goose was still can't figure out what that was
why
supposed to
why
be.
does he have black goo coming out of
I
his
don't even
mouth?
like what is that? Is
I
that
don't know.
sewer water? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know.
Okay. So let's rewind and we'll start at the beginning of the movie and then we'll dissect this
Okay.
this
My act.
thing they call a movie. First we start off with Penguin being born, which they don't show him as a baby. I'm like, yo, I don't care how
That's
ugly
my
or
first time seeing
deformed.
that scene.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember this at
Yeah,
all.
I must have been watching this on regular TV.
It was definitely on regular TV.
It had to be.
All right.
Okay, I don't care how deformed your child is.
You're not
What?
screaming like that.
Okay, and then they put him in like a cage crib. What was that?
I know. I was like, yo, that's messed up. Like, at least give the kid up for adoption or something. If you think he's that hideous, you put him in a baby cage?
Yeah.
Like, what
That
is
was disturbing.
that? And then you decide, yeah, he too weird. We're just gonna dump him in the river. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't care about his fate at all.
I was like, hey, well, is this Moses imagery? That
This
we're
was
getting?
definitely Moses, except for
Except for he got
The
raised
penguins?
by penguins. In the middle of this, I had a problem with this. I know, I guess it's nitpicks. Why are there penguins in Gotham?
Okay.
It was at the zoo.
So it is on my nitpick list. But and it's not because that there is just they were under an abandoned zoo.
And the penguins were just living in the sewer?
My nitpick is you didn't get rid of the animals first.
Yeah, you
So
abandoned
if
this dude. You left the animals.
so if the penguins are still there, are there also lions running around Gotham? Like it doesn't make sense for like, oh no, we forgot the penguins.
Right.
But did you forget the other animals?
Would they live in the sewer? I don't think so. Those penguins are dead.
No, those
It's too
penguins are
warm.
dead. It's too warm.
Too warm.
It's too warm. The water is gross. You can't drink it because it's a sewer.
Yeah.
There's no fish.
There's also no fish. Well, Gotham is on the ocean, so I mean, at some point.
But your water's supposed to go out to the ocean, not in from the ocean.
Well, it's true because if it's a sewer, the sewer doesn't lead to the ocean; it leads
Right.
to the plant.
Mhm.
Unless they're in a combined sewer.
Well,
I'm
that
assuming
but they
Gotham
kept saying the
has.
sewer, but he wasn't really in the sewer. He floated down a river into. That's not the same, right?
Well, there's
It's not
you
sewage.
have sanitary and storm, so let's assume they're living in a storm sewer.
Yeah,
So that's clean water because it's rain,
Quote,
and
unquote.
stuff. Quote unquote.
there's trash and stuff in it.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's supposed to be.
Because that's what he was saying. That's how he
Well,
had
see,
everybody's
they're mixing the two,
secrets.
because if he falls into a storm drain, now we're talking about rainwater and like runoff and
Yeah.
stuff,
Uh-huh.
and now that will lead to a body of water. But if he's in a sanitary sewer,
But then again, the fish aren't in there,
no,
so the penguins die.
either way, I don't think these penguins are surviving. And if they got left behind in the zoo, what is the zoo doing? And then how many other animals are also left behind?
And my thing was how they got that basket open because it was.
How do they
buckled
feed this
close.
Oh, it
baby?
was buckle close.
You said what?
How do
How'd
they feed the baby?
The same way they feed their own babies. They threw up in his mouth.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yeah. Okay. So my biggest issue is that Penguin is an actual penguin person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? First of all, how? Like, how did he get born so grotesque? Does anyone know an answer? Maybe
No,
they should
'cause
have
they
taken him
don't.
to a doctor to see.
Well,
you
there
know.
is. I forgot what it's called. There is something where a person's fingers can
Okay.
be fused together.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, maybe he's just unattractive. You know how to throw him in a sewer.
Yeah.
You know, he might have been a little better looking if he grew up in a house.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
saying.
Yeah.
And then the dad was played by Pee Wee Herman, so it's not like he's an attractive guy.
Goodness gracious. All right, and then we go on to Selena Kyle's introduction,
Mm-hmm.
which I did do a reaction to this, which I'm going to put up on the channel, and I mentioned it there, and I'm going to mention this here. I hate how these movies always go like, oh, look at this person, aren't they so unattractive? And they just like don't do her hair and put glasses on her. Like
Yeah.
that changes the way Michelle Pfeiffer looks.
She looked.
Yeah.
Like
She looked at the same the whole time, and then it's when she came back, I know you're gonna talk about like what led to it. She still looked the same, but everybody was just like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, well, hey, straighten her hair up a little bit, take your glasses off. Apparently,
She
Like,
looked
oh my
absolutely the same.
yeah, like there's not. Look, you're not gonna make Michelle Pfeiffer look ugly.
But they do it in everything, and not just
And
with
then-
women. They do
yeah.
it with the men too, when
Mhm.
they're supposed to be
Just
like goofy and stuff. And
matted
it's
hair.
like, okay,
Throw
Yeah,
on some glasses and then like
Yeah.
have some raggedy.
yeah, make
you
her
have this
clumsy or
Hollywood.
ditzy
I'm
or
gonna
something.
put Hollywood quote unquote ugly person,
Yeah,
which is just average people,
yeah.
and then you're gonna try and call them ugly.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were trying really hard to make Selena Kyle seem like just this
Unattractive.
unattractive,
Clumsy
dissy person that just wouldn't like. First of all, if she was that goofy, she wouldn't even have that job.
No.
Because someone like Max Shrek would not have an
Yeah.
assistant that wasn't competent.
Oh no. She
And
would
I
have
was
been got
saying
fired.
that too
Yeah.
when she was going through her to-do list in her head, and I'm like, okay, I know we don't got technology, like full-blown technology we got now, but if you're a secretary,
You got to compete.
don't you have to be the organized one?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. She's
That's why you
keeping
have the
his
job.
life organized. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah, that is her job. And I mean, she was smart enough to break into his computer.
See, that's the thing that doesn't make any sense. Now, we're going to step all over my nitpicks, but that's fine.
All right, so okay. So we have that, and then it's the tree lighting ceremony.
That little baby tree.
Yeah, I guess it's not Rockefeller Plaza.
But shouldn't it be Rockefeller Plaza? It's Gotham City.
It is true. That
There's
is
like
Gotham
10 million
City.
people living here, and they got that little Charlie Brown tree.
That is true.
That
With-
tree was sad.
With the random model that like took her
The
coat
Ice
off.
Princess?
Yeah, I was like, so
Well,
now we're
and
gonna
well, we
light the
forget
tree,
the-
you know? And then she like takes her coat off, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what was the point? of
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Clearly, it's Tim
So
Burton's
Max
tree.
Shrek forgot his speech
Yeah.
that she was supposed to hand him. And then what happened? Penguin
Yeah,
came.
Penguin attacks.
Penguin, yeah.
Yes.
So what were they doing in this attack? My question, right? He wanted to get Shrek for reasons. Why did he want to get Shrek?
So
That's the plot hole. First
and
plot hole.
here's the thing. Originally, him and Shrek were brothers. Shrek would have been the perfect, good-looking son.
They should have went with
Oh.
that story.
Yes, that would have made
Because
more
this
sense.
attack
wouldn't
would
it?
have made sense. Now I'm like, because Shrek was the one he was after, quote unquote. I'm gonna put quotes around
Yeah.
after,
Yeah.
and for no reason.
Yeah, there
though.
was no.
He was like, it's
stated
our
reason.
time to get to the surface.
Mhm.
Why attack Shrek though?
Yeah.
Because, like, here's my thing: if you wanted to attack a prominent person in Gotham City, wouldn't it be Bruce Wayne?
It would be Bruce Wayne, right? He's the most,
Right,
but maybe he's
Wayne-
not in the spotlight.
Right, because Max
He doesn't
Shrek
have to
was
be
trying
in the
to
spotlight,
do
but
a partnership with him because he wasn't going to be able to get the power plant without him.
exactly. So you don't need someone. Everyone know who Bruce Wayne. He owns half the city. I go out to Bruce Wayne,
Mhm.
not a guy who owns a department store.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be clear. The dude owns a department store.
True.
Yeah, but he was rich.
Well, of course he's rich. The guy who owns Macy's is rich. But if I want a really powerful someone with, I mean, Shrek had influence.
Right.
Bruce Wayne has all the influence. Think, like you just said, that he
Yeah.
couldn't do his power plant deal without Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Side note, talking about his department store, one of the ads that like Selena Kyle got on her voice message
Yeah.
for perfume was like your boss would want to take you out for a candlelight dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second. Where and when was that okay? It was like, I wear this perfume and all of my boss wants to. I think everywhere everyone's like, yo, you no,
Is
can't
it?
do
I
that.
just feel like in the 80s and the 90s, it is because I mean, think about half the stuff Penguin said. Someone should have said, "Yo, bro, you can't say things like that." Just like when he went into the campaign office, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
no one's gonna say anything about the stuff he's saying.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, we live in woke times. That's the problem. No.
Yeah, because the one girl that he said that should be a model,
Yeah.
it's like, let me just put this.
Pin
on
oh
you.
yeah. And then
It won't stick. There we go.
and then okay, so he did that, and then as he's going up the stairs, he just flat out is like groping people. It's fun. I'm like, what? What is this movie? Is this a Batman movie? I'm
Yes.
unsure.
Then it gets worse because Catwoman is in his room.
Goodness.
I do remember that scene, but not
You
the
watched
way.
it on Netflix
Yeah, that
television.
was probably was all edited.
Edited.
Yeah,
So,
but we would get to that scene. So he attacks Max Shrek for reasons.
I
which
told you the
oh
reason I
yeah,
got
so
cut.
I have to explain my quotes around attack
Oh,
because
yeah.
he doesn't actually attack Max Shrek.
No, he doesn't.
They're all just flipping around, doing stuff, shooting in the air. I was like, who are they shooting at?
They
Who
did more.
are
They
they
did more
shooting at?
shooting in the air than
No,
attacking people.
because they wanted to. There wasn't a whole point to cause chaos to show like Gotham is out of control.
Well, that's the idea when you wanted Penguin to be mayor. What was the point now?
Oh, I don't
That
like I said, there was plot holes all through this thing.
That was
and
definitely
then Max Shrek just snuck behind a building or something. Like I don't.
Yes.
Okay,
He
so
snuck away.
He snuck away, and then like how he was going to stand on that sewer grate
and fall in.
and right. Well, I mean he had the
Because
button.
Penguin never surfaced at that point.
So
He
my
stayed in
thing
the sewer.
is, what would you do if he never stood on that sewer grate? Then who stands on sewer
Wait,
grates?
why didn't they just like? I thought they would roll up and kidnap him or something, and the chaos is the distraction or whatever, right? No, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Then that leads to my next point, and I texted Dolores this. Batman just flat out kills people.
He definitely
We
did.
said
He
that
ran
in-
Well, we said it
over.
a long time
We
ago.
said that in the first one.
He
Yeah.
ran over 3 people.
He put a bomb on the one.
He put a
He put a
on
bomb
guy.
on one dude,
and
and
got
then
another
the
guy on
fire
fire.
breather. He
Yeah.
turns the car around
He burned him to death. which
and
is
hit
kind
the
of-
flame.
Batman, I know your no guns rule, but I don't know. Burning someone to death is worse than shooting them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that scene he killed 4 people.
Yeah, there was a lot of murder going on in here.
Yeah, he put a bomb on dude and kicked him down the sewer,
Yeah.
and he exploded.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Speaking of Batman, there's not a lot of Batman in the first like hour.
No,
or so
there's
of
no
this
Batman.
movie.
He
in the
doesn't even
Batman movie.
talk. Him or Bruce.
You know why?
Yeah. Oh, Bruce definitely wasn't in the first hour of the movie.
Because Keaton took out a lot of the lines. Said it was better if he was more silent.
Yeah, he
Oh,
probably read the
okay.
lines and was like, "These are dumb lines," because there were a lot of dumb lines in this movie. Like,
I
some
felt
real
like there was
stupid
a
lines.
good solid one-liners
No, there was
Yeah.
throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, Keaton definitely.
Is it Batman or the Batman? Oh, she was like the Batman, or is it just Batman?
Actually, it's both.
It is both.
Because sometimes he is the Batman.
Mm. Yeah, he said completely nothing during that scene, but I'm pretty sure it probably was some dumb lines in that.
All I know is they
Judging
said
from Selena Kyle's lines, yeah.
should Keaton have helped her out with hers too. Just start taking an axe to it. Like, nah.
Just don't say anything.
Yeah.
All right, so Selena Kyle goes back to the office where she finds out that the power plant is going to be bad for the city. I don't know. They didn't elaborate on this. Nor did they
Said
need
that his
to.
power plant was going to be taking the power from the city
As a
and not-
storage plant, because storage isn't that bad. Bruce Wayne said they had a surplus.
Yeah,
So, you know, they're producing more power than they need.
Yes.
yeah.
So,
And
a
so
storage,
his
a
power
storage
plant-
plant's not a bad idea.
And his power plant was going to be.
But that's not what he wanted
stealing
to really
power.
use, though.
Yeah, man. Okay. I don't know. I mean, power storage.
Meanwhile, while it's supposed to be clean, he's dumping it.
Yeah.
into
He's
Gotham
polluting
sewer,
the environment and all
Yeah.
that. That's good. All right, Selena Kyle. Maybe don't tell your boss you found out that was doing really bad stuff that you just broke into his computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why would you tell him that? First of all, why are you opening up a protective file?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, why would you be
And then-
doing that?
Exactly.
And then I was like, now all of a sudden she's being industrious.
yeah, it's like, oh, I even opened up the protective file. If the file's on my computer protected, I don't need you touching it.
Right. Like
Obviously.
you shouldn't have been. Right.
Yeah.
If you don't have the password, then you shouldn't be going in it.
Yeah.
Now you found some stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, fair enough.
Why would you tell him?
Why are you telling him
Yeah.
that you did? That's dumb. That was the dumbest.
And
that
he's
was so
already mad at you because you forgot his speech.
dumb. Okay, that was a stupid thing to be mad at. He should have picked his own speech up.
Who we talking about here?
But
Think about the
I
type
mean,
of person
people do
this
that.
is.
People
I
do
mean,
that in real
yeah.
life.
Why are all these rich guys named Max?
It's probably short for like Maximilian or something.
Maximilian, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a certain name that only rich people name their
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, like Jackson with an X.
Ew.
Wait, who named their kid Jackson? with an X?
There's a lot.
No, nobody's named
I
Jackson
can't
with an
take a
X.
grown man
No.
seriously if your name is Jackson.
No,
Sorry.
no.
There's a lot.
For all of those Jacksons out
I know.
there.
We not getting subscribed by no Jacksons.
Not if it's spelled with an X. I don't want your subscribership. No. All right, so she gets thrown out of a window. Okay.
It's
She's
a comic
dead.
book. It's a comic book movie. Just it is what it is.
Okay.
Well, no, the things
But
slow
she's
her
dead.
fall down. So maybe she didn't die. People have survived higher falls. Guy survived a fall out of a plane. If you can survive that, you can survive
Okay.
this. Not likely, but fine.
She got broken bones
Oh yeah.
Well, the magic cat saved her.
that was chewing on her finger.
Before I get to the weirdness of how she survived this, Max,
You don't go down and
you
get the
killed
body?
separate secretary, and you were just gonna leave her body on the ground?
Okay.
Like no one was gonna question why. Like forget the fact that she's not there now because she lived.
Right.
But if she died, her body would have
No
still
one was
been
going
there.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So you know what? This is just gonna be like all nitpicks. But that's fine. Because I had that. So okay. So not only do you throw a woman out of the window, I'm assuming he looked and like, oh, she's dead.
Yeah, he looked.
All right,
They
so
showed
I'm
that.
guessing he just went home, got himself a Manhattan or something. But when you come back to the office, like you should have known that that place should have been swarming with cops.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yes.
a woman died outside of a very rich and powerful man's office.
Mhm.
And you didn't find that suspicious at all that there was no body, no cops, no phone calls, no nothing.
Also, you didn't push her out her open window, so now it really looks like a homicide. since
Exactly.
Yes.
broken.
Exactly. Like, what floor were you on, the 25th or something?
Yeah.
Like, did you board
Yeah.
the window up? You didn't get it replaced last night. So all of this stuff, just all of this evidence is still kicking, unless his son Chip or whatever that dude's name was cleaned it up for
Chip
him
is
or
right.
something. Just
But my
like,
thing is like the number one thing is you get rid of the body.
well, yeah, you gotta get rid of the body. So something should have told him right there, like when her body's not there, something is wrong. And for him to be surprised, like, oh, you still came to work, and like, bruh,
Right.
you had bigger issues. You need to find out where she was.
Yeah, and he's talking about, oh, she blackmailed me. I'm like, bro, she's gonna kill you.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm not about to blackmail you. You first of all, how's she gonna prove that he pushed her out of a window?
Right. She can't.
I'm just gonna straight up murder you.
Yeah.
Cause you pushed me out of a window. Tell me, don't think about blackmailing me, bruh. She ain't thinking about blackmailing
No.
you.
Mm-mm.
All right, so she falls and gets licked and bit by a bunch of cats and stuff, and somehow that gives her 9 lives and cat powers, and she can fight now.
It's a comic book movie. Let it. There's just
Yeah.
some things you
Were
just
they
gotta roll.
radioactive? Okay, so here's my
Just gotta
here's my
roll
theory.
with it.
Here's my theory,
Okay.
because I was gonna call him Maxwell Lord. That's the guy from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shrek, horrible name.
It wasn't spelled like Shrek.
I know, still.
Okay.
Shrek was dumping chemicals, right? So maybe
Mhm.
these cats are radioactive now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to come up with a reason. All right, so
Okay.
and so now it's like Spider-Man. She got bitten by radioactive cats, and it gave her cat powers. Although cats don't really have 9 lives, so
Right.
I don't understand why she does actually. Like she really does,
She really does.
which is weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And where did I'm not gonna get into it. What are the rules on these lives? I don't know. Because she gets shot twice. You know, there's no blood or anything, and then she's like, "Oh, that was 4 and 5." And
I'm
it's
like,
like,
but
so
that's
wait,
not.
what if he shot you in the shoulder? That's not a life. You just got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah. At the end, I was like, you're counting just getting shot.
Yeah.
This is only the fatal bullet, and neither one of those would have been.
Right.
So yeah, she has more than 9 left. I mean, not more than 9. She has more than 1, because I guess
Yeah.
at the end she would have had 1
Did
left.
she count falling into the sand as dying?
I wouldn't count that as dying. You fell
Yeah.
into the sand.
Yeah, because she said Batman killed her, and I was like,
That doesn't count.
when did Batman kill you?
Yeah, so they were counting things that wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So she now has dumb powers, and then she went on this weird trip session in her apartment. I was
Yeah,
confused
she was-
at what was going on.
Yeah, I was like, why is she destroying everything?
I mean, maybe I was like, look, you did just fall like 25 stories, someone just tried to murder you. Maybe like that's a breakdown. Okay, I can
It's a
accept
little
it.
bit of a mental breakdown. That's
But then
fine.
why she start sewing a leather suit?
First of all, everyone ever who gets powers decide I'm gonna make a suit.
That's
Why?
true.
She didn't
That's
know she had
also
powers.
comic book.
That is all everyone
That's
do it.
every
I
comic
have
book.
powers now. I'm gonna make a suit. Everyone does
Spider-Man did it.
it. Yeah.
But he had a reason to because he was going in for wrestling. That's
He
why
would've
he
did
made
it
his suit.
regardless.
He don't need to make a suit though.
He would have did it
But
regardless.
he didn't want people to know that he was Peter Parker. At least they explained it. Like I get that
Okay.
every superhero does it, but they had an explanation for why Spider-Man
It's
did.
because you don't want them to know who you are.
Batman has an explanation. Superman has an explanation.
So why
Catwoman
is
in
her
this
explanation
movie
any
does not
different?
have it. Hers is not. She just randomly makes a suit.
So-
I don't know why.
So she
Everyone
can have a
makes a
secret
suit.
identity. It's important.
For what? She should be dead. It would have been better for her to just pretend Selena Kyle was dead.
No one ever said she was sane in this movie.
She was clearly not.
Yeah, rational thinking is not a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
So she
Rational.
made a leather cat suit.
Yes. A patched together one that looks straight out of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Another Tim Burton movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. And so instead of going directly for Maxwell Lord, she's just skipping about in the street
Yeah, okay.
as Penguin attacking the city again.
There's a couple of people in this movie that their mode of transportation is flipping. Catwoman is one of them. I'm like, why are you flipping? And then it was one of Penguin's people, like they're all running away,
Remember,
and he's
all
like
of Penguin's
flipping.
people is
And
from
I'm
the
like,
circus.
yeah, but you can walk. Why are you flipping? like he's in a PlayStation video game, and that's the fastest way for you to get around.
Yes. Oh, Penguin attacked because he pretended to be the savior of the mayor's kid.
Well,
Because
that's so
when he met with Maxwell Lord,
His
Maxwell-
name is not
I mean,
Maxwell
see,
Lord.
Maximilian Shrek.
DJ screwed me with that. So he tricked Penguin into like them working together. And so he was like, I can have people in the city like you. And this was the plan.
But that was the second attack,
Yeah.
and that was so people
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
would like him.
Mm-hmm.
So the first attack still.
Yeah, the first
Doesn't
tag
make
still
sense.
doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone wants to crown Penguin the savior now because he saved the mayor's
Yeah,
kid.
and so he has a sad sob story, which is actually a sad sob story. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
He
despite
doesn't
the
know
fact
his
he
parents.
looks disgusting. His parents threw him in the sewers. So,
Yeah.
Well, he did know his parents.
I'm convinced he killed his parents.
oh, you think so?
I definitely
Yeah.
think he killed his parents.
Yeah.
I was like, why is everyone just chilling? Like, yeah, let him find his parents and then talk to him. I'm like, bro, he's gonna kill them. Like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
parents threw him in the sewer. They didn't put him up for adoption
Yeah.
or anything like that. And an adopted kid just wants to know his parents. They threw him away. You think
Yeah.
he's gonna have a conversation with
No,
him?
like,
Right.
oh, I just want to understand why, so I can. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not
No.
happening.
Yeah. But
Like,
yeah,
he's going
he
to
killed his
murder them.
parents.
Yeah.
He killed his
I'm
parents already.
convinced he killed his parents. Do
Okay.
y'all think Selena killed her roommate? Because remember when she was in the office with Shrek and Bruce and she told that story and then just like some story, blah blah blah, and then she's like, they're dead now, and I was like, did you kill them?
Oh, maybe. But that would have to been before she was Catwoman.
You know,
Yes.
she looked crazy before she was
That's
Catwoman.
true.
Yeah.
She's not just crazier with more confidence.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, confidence is everything.
Mm.
Yeah. Because she was talking to herself in that window.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Gotham loves Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
You know they're eating it up and stuff, but Bruce is skeptical. Why he do that slow drive by? like, I'm like Penguin. You didn't see that car drive by the window looking at it. He
Yeah.
just looks out of the window with a
Yeah.
side eye.
Right. And the whole time, Alfred is like, why don't you just leave him be? Maybe, he is who he say he is. But Batman is convinced that he's not.
Batman's like, that's why I'm Batman and you're the butler. Alfred, come on now.
Yeah. All right, so then Shrek wants Penguin to be mayor, and that's where all that plan comes from, right?
Yes.
And we get all the weirdness with Penguin
Yes.
Mhm.
and his sexual harassment.
Yep.
Yes.
Straight up harassment.
Yeah, just harassment.
Yep. So Batman and Catwoman fights randomly.
Okay, so all right, yeah, we're gonna get to this part. So Penguin attacks the city, and Catwoman attacks the department store
Mm-hmm.
because reasons. I mean,
She hates Shrek, so
yeah.
she wanted to destroy
Right.
his property. I'm fine.
I liked her better when she was a jewel thief, but fine. She blows up a department store.
Mm-hmm.
Those cops suck.
All the cops in Gotham.
Also, another sexual harassment thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether to open fire or fall in love. What, bro? I don't.
First of all, those aren't your options.
No.
Why are you opening fire? First of all, Gotham is a shoot first city.
Yes, it
Apparently.
is.
Like,
Yes,
you just
it
saw her breaking stuff in the store and like, hey, let's shoot her. I mean, that's not too far removed from real life, but
True.
yeah, oh god. Okay, so.
Yeah. So she blows up the store.
She blows up the store.
And
Batman is confronting Penguin because Penguin is creating chaos. Now this part of the story for Penguin makes a little sense. He's creating chaos to make people dislike the mayor so he can
Right.
insert himself as mayor. All right, cool. Catwoman flips up to them because again, that's how she gets around. She flips for some reason, and she flips up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because she can.
Why?
And
She
then I
could have
don't
blown up the
understand.
store and just left.
Then I don't understand Penguin's line when he says, "I saw her first."
Ooh,
And
you
flies
don't
away.
understand that
It
line.
means he has dibs. Dibs
Yeah.
on the Catwoman.
Yeah, dibs on the Catwoman.
Oh.
Batman can't get her. 'Cause I got her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Right, and then from that point on, he was definitely, he said shotgun. Dibs. So then from that point on, that's where he was creepily after her, because then that leads to the scene after he groped everybody when he told him he was running for mayor, and he goes up to his room and she's laying on his bed.
Okay, so before we get to that disgusting scene, this fight between
Yes.
Catwoman and Batman. First of all, then she runs away, but then she comes back to fight Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
The
understand.
whole thing didn't make any sense.
Why didn't she just run away?
Because when she fell, and then Batman had to catch her, but Batman was below her.
I was like, wait, I thought she fell back. Wouldn't she fall onto the building?
Yeah, that was
It
confused.
It was confusing. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, because she kicks him, he falls over, and he hits her. She falls, and she's trying to catch her grip, but she can't on the siding. And then he pulls her up.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have been there.
No, he shouldn't have.
Also, Batman. I don't. Like, I'm not gonna get into.
Oh, when he's like, "How could you? I'm a woman."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, would that have worked on Batman? I don't think it would have.
No, because this weekend, no, not this weekend. Oh, while I was working, I watched one of the Batman animated series, the one where he discovered his son,
Uh-huh.
and he was beating the crap out of Damien, and I'm like, that's your son.
Right.
So no, Batman would have mollywopped Catwoman and not thought twice.
He mollywopped
Yeah.
all the other female villains.
He was-
Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. He doesn't care.
Because I was just like, I know this didn't work. She was just like, how could you?
I'm like, you're dressed like a cat. You're clearly a villain. I'm punching you. Like, clearly.
Yeah.
But okay.
And then that's when she falls into the moving truck of kitty litter.
Yeah, but the fight didn't have to happen. It's
No, it
weird.
didn't.
What? She didn't have to flip up to them in the first place.
She did not.
You could have blown up the
Well,
store
you
and
needed
escaped.
a way for Batman and Catwoman to interact.
There were plenty of streets for her to go down, never encountering Penguin or Batman.
So what they should have did was while she was destroying the store, for instead of the security getting her, it should have been Batman.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense.
And the fight could have happened in the department store.
Yes.
But then he wouldn't have been able to throw her off the roof. And then she wouldn't be mad at Batman for killing her.
Yeah.
Where'd she get a whip from? Never mind.
She got it from the
No.
the
It's on
sporting
my
goods
list.
section.
I was like, did she always own that whip?
No, she picked it up from the sporting goods section.
Did she?
Yeah, because she didn't have it before then.
I
And
didn't
then
see
she
it.
skipped.
I was looking. I was like,
She
because at first
skipped
I was
into the
like, did I
sporting goods
miss it?
section. But then
Why
I
is
was
there
just
a
like,
whip?
Why is there a
why
whip
is
in the
there a
sporting
whip?
goods?
That's what I was like. I
I
don't
cannot
understand
go to
that.
I don't
Macy's
believe you.
and pick
I
up a
don't
whip.
remember seeing no whip in the sporting goods section. Because
They
I was
didn't.
like,
They didn't show it, but it was like she had nothing on her. And when
nah.
she
I think
walked into the
she
store,
owned that
she had a
whip.
whip.
and then she
owned.
went into the sporting goods,
Nah.
and then the next scene they show her walking out, and she has the whip in her hand.
That don't make
No.
sense.
I think she owned a whip.
disagree. What
And the
sport
Selena
has a
Kyle.
whip?
No sport has a whip. She
That's what I'm
owns a whip.
saying. That's
Then
what I
first of
was
all,
lost
if
on.
she owns a whip, she's a freak, which means your life can't be that pathetic.
That's true.
True.
Right?
No, not that kind of whip.
Why else
Maybe-
would you have a whip?
Maybe it was maybe there was an S&M
Who's getting hit with that whip?
in the department store.
She look, Selena Kyle owned that whip, and
Man, that's a slave whip. That's what you talk about. All right. So,
So now she's mad at Batman.
now she's mad at Batman for no reason.
mhm.
And so that's why she's meeting with Penguin. And this was like one of the biggest plot holes for me because I'm like, but she's like, we gotta work together because I need to get rid of Batman. And I'm like, why though?
Yeah.
Batman did not like honestly, her focus was Max,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Batman actually didn't get in her way. She inserted herself.
Yeah, she inserted Batman into her. See, that's way her being a jewel thief would make more sense, right?
Yeah.
If she has a plan and she wants to do something but can't do it because Batman will stop her, then she needs to get rid of Batman. Like, you didn't really need to get rid of Batman.
He's not
And
worried about
Penguin
you
didn't-
anyway.
Yeah.
At the time, Penguin didn't need to get rid of
And
Batman
Penguin
either.
didn't need to get rid of Batman either.
Actually, the story would have made more sense of them both Catwoman and Penguin coming together
To get rid of Shrek?
to get rid of Shrek.
Yeah, they
Yes.
didn't need to get rid of Batman.
Yeah.
Batman wasn't her issue.
Yeah. So them getting rid of Shrek, then Batman is stopping them to get from doing that, and they trying to plead with Batman like, you know, this dude is a bad guy anyway.
Yeah.
But his reasoning would be like, no one is deserving.
Yeah, we can't kill them except for that guy.
Except
out on
for
fire.
right.
Blew up.
Yeah.
We don't kill main villains. We kill the henchmen.
Kill. That's the worst. The henchmen have families. Kill the henchmen, man.
He doesn't care about the henchmen.
That discussion between Daredevil and She-Hulk was like the only good thing from that show about the difference between a goon and a henchman.
Facts.
Um,
Yeah, so that scene was like weird. 'Cause he kept on having sexual innuendos. He's like, so do you need help?
It's not,
I can
wait,
help
that,
you.
That's not an innuendo anymore. Is
Well,
it?
no,
Like,
it's not
No,
an
Like
it
the
wasn't any windows. He was just
Yeah.
straight up
It's just
like
straight up
soliciting
harassment.
her for,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
for favors.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Initiate his bird, and
Yeah.
then that's when I was vocally like, they're not the animals that they're named after. Okay, she's not a cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she
And
can't just eat
then-
a bird.
Then when they agreed, and then she was like, doing all this talking has now made me feel dirty. So now he turns and look at her, thinking like, okay, this is gonna lead to something, and then she started licking herself. Like a
Yes,
cat.
right?
Because again, Penguin
Right.
thought it was gonna lead to something else.
Why? Yeah, she was giving herself a bath. The way
Yes.
cats give themselves baths.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work if you're human.
No, it doesn't.
You're making yourself
And it was
more
just
disgusting.
weird because she was licking her
Her
leather
leather
outfit.
outfit.
Yeah.
Which she only has one. Side note: Batman has a closet of bat suits.
Look,
Uh,
she only had one raincoat, so
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So in their meeting, they decide
Is there enough
She
fabric
wanted-
in a raincoat to make an entire?
Look,
No.
no, it's
No.
it was on my list. That raincoat wasn't big enough to make
No.
a whole cat suit.
it was not.
Okay. All right. Sorry, my bad. She should have just bought a cat suit.
So in that meeting, they agree. She wanted to kill Batman. Well, he wanted to kill Batman. She said, no, that would make him a martyr. We have to get them to turn against him.
Or you could just not insert Batman into your plans.
Yes.
Right.
Thing is, at this point, Batman has nothing on neither one of these people.
Nothing.
He
Right.
can't do anything to them.
Right. Right. Because he knows that something's up with Penguin, but he doesn't know what it is. He hasn't figured it out at that point.
Well, not even that is like at this point, Penguin hasn't really committed any super duper crimes.
No, and
Disturbing the peace.
And like you can't
Yeah.
pin all of the chaos that went on.
Yeah, so you have
okay.
nothing
Yeah.
on him. He has
It
nothing on
probably
Shrek.
goes further back to Shrek. Like it'd be easier
Yes.
to get it on Shrek.
But he
Once
would have
again.
to investigate and do detective work to get because right now he has nothing on Shrek either.
Yeah,
No.
early Batmans didn't do any detective
Yeah.
work.
So yeah, no, just they didn't need Batman inserted into this at all.
Yeah. So
probably
for the
why Batman
lighting
wasn't in this
ceremony,
Yeah.
they decide to pin Batman kidnapping the Ice Princess.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, first of all, that remote control batarang, stupid.
They watched him program
First
it.
of all, that's in the
They
games.
they stood.
I know
there.
it's
Till
in the
this
game.
day is still in the game.
I get that it's in the games,
But
it's
in the
much better in the
movie-
games. It was dumb in the movie.
They stood there and watched him program it.
It's supposed to be a stealth thing, and he sends it in. Not no, I'm standing in front of 4 people and I pull it out and program it.
Oh, another thing. The sword swallower that's fighting him, why is he fighting him with a sword in his mouth? Because he jumps into the scene, Batman punches him and takes the sword out of his mouth.
You can't do that.
And I'm just like, well, that was dumb. And he's also dead.
Yeah, also because he just slit his esophagus. But okay,
Yeah, that was that same scene.
so all right. Okay, so,
Yeah, so the
their
Ice
plan is to
Princess-
ruin Batman, right?
Mhm.
Before we get to the Ice Princess, how do you hack the Batmobile?
You can't. Like literally.
I'm like, you got all these shields and stuff on the Batmobile, and then
Yes.
they just boop beep boop.
My
It-
thing
it's
is how
hacked into-
because he showed Catwoman the plan, and I was like, how
How
did
do
y'all
you
get
get
a
that?
plan to the Batmobile?
Right, no
Yeah.
one has blueprints to the Batmobile, right? How do you have blueprints to the Batmobile unless you know Bruce Wayne
So
is
he's
Batman?
saying, he's saying that someone threw away the Batmobile
Bruce
prints
just-
in
He
the
threw it in
sewer.
a sewer. No.
That's how I took it that the premise was because in the beginning of the movie they made sure they made that known that he knows everyone's secret in the city because
But he knows
they
Bruce Wayne is Batman.
thinking they
But he
throw
doesn't
things
know Bruce
away.
Wayne
No, he
isn't
doesn't.
Batman. First of all, I would like to think if I got a super secret identity with a super secret car, I'm not just gonna ball it up and toss it into the trash.
That's what it made it seem like because he had a whole blueprint.
I was like, that
Like,
Of
was.
the
there's no way
Batmobile.
he has blueprints.
I
to
know
the
this is
Batmobile.
all fictional, but I'm like, that definitely, like, I don't believe you hacked the Batmobile.
No, you can't. Even within it, like why?
Not
is it so,
not with this group of people.
That's
They're
exactly.
idiots.
like yeah,
Yes.
these group of people from the circus hacked the Batmobile.
Yes.
Like, was it not?
And
There's
my
no
thing
way.
is, how long was this sequence? Because they took that whole car apart.
Yeah.
They took that whole car apart.
Also, by the time we got to him controlling the Batmobile, I was like, did you need to take the car apart? Because it seems like you had this thing underneath it that hooked up to your remote control.
Well, I took it as
Yeah.
Like-
that there was more than one thing because Batman ended up taking basically the car apart.
Mhm.
No,
to
I have an
get
issue
to
with
it.
that. He punched through the floor. The Batmobile
He's
is not that great.
Batman.
No. Batman's a human. Okay, we
Oh,
can
now Batman is human,
No,
but
we
he can
can-
get slammed into walls, drowned, and caught on fire and shot.
Look.
But now he's a human.
Look, we go through the because I'm Batman stuff all the time, and I'm
Batman.
usually okay with it. But he did not punch through the floor of the Batmobile. The Batmobile is supposed to be an armored car. You can't punch through the floor of a Toyota Corolla. What do you mean?
But he's Batman. Batman can punch to the floor of a Toyota Corolla.
Now, this was what my problem was that led up to the scene. So, him and Catwoman fights again because he goes in to save the Ice Princess. And then she comes in and we have a bunch of horrible one-liners.
Painful one-liners, but okay.
Yes. Because something about something being fishy. And then he was
she
like,
said she was hungry, and he
yeah,
said,
like, eat floor, high in fiber.
So Michael Keaton cut lines out, right? I want to know what other stupid things they had Batman say.
Yes.
Oh man.
Then they fight. She grabs the girl and says they have to go because it's time for girl talk. Then they get on the roof. She's on the ledge, and the girl's like, "Oh, she just let me go." And then Penguin throws an umbrella that has bats in it. And Batman had enough time to save her.
He did.
Yes, he did.
He
Like,
did.
literally,
He
I
sat
was
there
like-
and watched her.
Like Batman, are you? I'm like,
And
at
then
least
she
lunge.
fell off, and I did a reaction, and I audibly like, "Hey, jump off the building! I've seen you do this
Yes.
He
millions
had-
of times, Batman.
he
Jump
had
off
a
the building
glider.
and catch her." He had a glider.
He had a glider.
Yes.
Like
'Cause
literally,
he
seconds
definitely-
Isn't his
after
cape
she.
like a glider?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why did he just watch her fall and die?
Yeah,
I
he
think you're
didn't-
culpable, Batman.
Yeah, he
Yes.
clearly didn't want to save her.
Yeah. Then here him and Catwoman fights and the whole mistletoe weird thing.
Which
The
they
mistletoe.
inserted.
With-
That was just so they can do it again later.
Right, because I was like, that was so dumb. He's looking up.
Well, first of all, who decorates an antenna? Let's just put that out there. Who took the time out to go to the roof of a random building and decorate the antenna?
Yeah.
And,
And
so, and you're fighting a woman, and you look like, oh hey, mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
They literally,
It's deadly if you eat it.
yeah, they literally, which I wouldn't even
Why
have a
would
problem.
Why would you even mention that at this time?
Yeah.
Why would that come out? I
kiss
know
can
I
be
have
even
random
deadlier.
facts. But like while I'm in a life or death fight, I'm not going like, "Hey, did you know?" Like, no one cares.
I guess I don't know, because the good me thing is like you're fighting, you're like, oh hey, mistletoe, so I get to kiss you now. Like, are we still fighting or not?
Right.
And so then he's like, mistletoe could be deadly, which I don't even have a problem with that line. It's fine. Mistletoe is deadly. He eat it. A kiss could be even deadlier, but that was not the time for that.
No.
Right, it's the timing of it. Like
Yeah.
the line is not stupid in of itself. Like in the party,
Mhm.
the line actually made sense.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, but at that moment, it just doesn't make any sense. They could have had that somewhere, anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It would have made sense. Where him as Batman and her as Catwoman, they discover themselves underneath the mistletoe. And
Well,
he
maybe
says that,
if
or
they
something.
created the relationship like they generally are in Batman, we had Catwoman 2 other times in theater,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
in the Dark Knight Rises,
Mm-hmm.
and in this recent Batman movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And both of them, the way their relationship developed, they would be talking to each other without fighting as
Yes.
Batman and Catwoman, and the line probably would have made more
It would
sense.
make more
Yes.
sense because the thing is, which this movie sort of hints at, is that they sort of have like this natural attraction to each other, and they're
Right.
attracted to like the dark side of each of these person's characters.
Mm-hmm.
The one reason why they never work is because Batman will never cross the line,
Mm-hmm.
and Catwoman has no problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the movie kind of hinted at that, like they're just sort of like this natural attraction, but the situations they found themselves in really never led to those moments.
Side note, would y'all want to see a Catwoman movie with our current Catwoman?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what DC's doing right now though, so and
No.
James Gunn's ahead of it, so I don't think we're getting any of our people back.
Yeah. I don't- Well, they did agree to let Matt Reeves continue to do what he was going to do with Batman, and it might just be outside of their canon.
Or you
Is
could
there a
just
canon?
there is no canon, no.
So yeah, just,
Or you could have just built off of that Batman movie and make the DC universe from that. It is a beginning, right?
It is.
they
it is.
could,
It is.
but they're wasting time.
Yeah.
There.
So then that scene leads to some more creepiness that then also didn't make sense about where we were talking about controlling the car. So Catwoman and Penguin meets each other on the roof. Penguin was like, "We succeeded. We framed Batman. Let's consummate our friendship." She like, no. He gets mad, chokes her with an umbrella that carried her off, and now she falls through a glass house.
She really, which
A
I don't count that as a
A
death
greenhouse.
unless the glass went through her.
She
Definitely,
screamed,
that's a death.
Dude,
What are you
that's a
talking
death,
about?
dude.
You cannot fall through the roof of a greenhouse. She's
and
dead.
then scream, and all the grass caves in.
Okay.
No, yeah, no, super
Yeah.
dead.
Yes.
Super duper dead.
But yeah, but he gets mad because she turns down his advances, and he was like, she led him on.
Yeah, well, isn't that every guy that acts like him?
Then he gets into his trailer to control the Batmobile. So I was like, if Catwoman agreed to leave with him,
He wouldn't have controlled.
he
the
wouldn't have
Batmobile?
controlled the Batmobile.
Okay, I don't. Maybe
So
he
I'm
would've
like, this
told
is
her
a
to
stupid
wait.
spot. I mean, this is a stupid point.
Okay, so he controls the Batmobile. Batman records him on a disc, which I was like, well, 92? Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't have CD
Yeah,
players.
he had a CD writable.
All right, so at first I was like, why do you put a disc in? And then I was like, oh, maybe he's recording them. Now, I thought he was going to record video, but I guess DVDs didn't exist, so no.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that was a thing. I was surprised it was a thing for audio.
And I was like, okay, this is a good idea because this kind of exonerates Batman. Because right now, people are like, Batman's running people over in the middle of the street, right?
Yes.
You know, so I'm like, okay, cool. But that's not what this is used for.
Yeah.
He uses it to get Gotham to turn on Penguin. However, in my 2023 mindset, I was like, would they have turned on Penguin for this? I
Back
don't think
then,
so.
yes. Now,
No.
But what he said didn't even say anything. It was
No.
just like, I played Gotham like a fiddle.
No.
Like, come
No,
on, like,
it would have. Back in the day, that would have been enough.
Yes.
to
that
end
would-
somebody.
Yes.
Your
Okay.
political career?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Today,
No.
you could run over your grandmother and no one would care.
Yeah.
But back then, yes, I would say that was enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe it's
Politicians
just
have
my,
been ruined for less.
okay. Maybe so. I guess it's just my current mindset because I was like Shrek just abandoned him. I was like, yo, it's not over. You can rebound from
I mean,
this.
there was could you rebound from it?
Yeah, he
sure,
could've.
but it's more work. Man, Shrek wasn't trying to do that. This was be
Right.
easy sell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that I'm fine with that. That makes sense.
And
That
then-
old lady gets run over. Getting run over.
Oh no, it's the Batmobile. It can stop. I'm
It
gonna
can
die.
stop. We learned that in the first movie.
That's
Come on
true.
now.
Remember, he had the remote and stop.
Stop.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what was Batman gonna do if his car didn't fall apart to fit through that narrow?
He'd be one dead dude. Because he's like, oh, now I'm worried.
Now I'm worried.
Now you're worried? Yeah.
And I'm like, those police cars. I was like, you see, he's going nowhere. Why are you still going full speed?
That's just true.
Gotham should just
And
not have cops.
with the 10 to 12 villains he killed, there are about 20 cops dead too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
nope, Batman's a good guy.
Mhm.
Okay, so
that's that.
now Penguin, now that he's lost everything, he's gonna kill every firstborn.
Yes,
Mhm.
because that's what he was doing in the Hall of Records. He wrote down the names of all the firstborns that was born in Gotham.
Mhm.
So he's gonna kill every firstborn.
Yeah.
And old dude is like, I'm not down with killing babies. And I'm like, you know what? I'm with you, bro. If I'm a
Right.
part of this crew and stuff,
Yeah.
and then like the guy's like, we're gonna start killing babies. I'm like, okay,
This
no,
is not what I signed up for.
no, bro, I'm not.
Now, this is where I draw the line.
And I fill him, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, rest of crew. So y'all just down with killing babies then?
Clearly, they're down for
'Cause-
killing babies.
He killed dude.
I
always
feel like
rule with fear.
You do not. Always
really
do.
always rule with fear. I feel like if the whole crew's against killing babies, we just kill Penguin and it's done. Like, okay, I'm not gonna kill a newborn. How about you die instead?
Yeah.
So
He said, don't you think it's a little? It's like, no, it's big.
no. Okay. So okay. Yeah. So that's his plan. And he's gonna do it with Penguin. And okay. Now we complained about the Schumacher movies being all campy and stuff.
This isn't camp.
This isn't camp?
No.
These fight scenes, those fight scenes wasn't camp.
I don't know what a fight scene is.
Fight scenes.
You whatever. The fight scenes in this, the action scenes weren't camp. And this
Oh, it's just 1990s. This is all you get.
my dude was giving a war speech to penguins strapped with missiles
That's not
That's
camp.
straight up out of Austin Powers, bro.
That's not camp. There's a difference between being silly and this. It's not
Yeah.
camp. And he can communicate with penguins
Yes, he could.
Why?
because he
he's a-
was raised by them.
Yeah. It's like Tarzan.
Yeah.
Fine.
Come on now.
Fine.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all told me to stop when I said how they fed them.
No, I didn't know. I brought that up. I don't know how
That
they
was
raised this baby,
that's in there.
All right.
but they
Yeah.
did. So
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and he wanted to start with kidnapping Mac's son, Chip, from the party.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So he goes to the party and he wants to kidnap Chip, Shrek.
clearly his name isn't Chip.
I hope not, but it might be.
Still.
It's not. No one's named their kid Chip.
No, it's probably
Okay.
named Chip. He's
That's
rich.
This probably is Chip.
It's a nickname for something.
I bet you it was like Chip over the all Chip,
A
over
tip off the
whole
old block, so his name is Max as well. Anyhow, and then again, Penguin gets manipulated by Shrek. I'm like, bro, you've been getting manipulated this whole movie,
Yes.
and he does it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, save my son. You really want me, right?
Mhm.
And so he takes Shrek instead. And his plan is to take the babies and melt them in the toxic waste from
Yes.
Shrek's stuff, and then
Yes.
put Shrek in after. What is wrong with you?
But it wasn't just babies either, though. It was all firstborns.
But it wasn't all firstborns. Like literally, there was like no
He
kid
said
over.
babies.
He said, "Baby, okay."
Yeah, there was no kid over 4
Yeah.
in that little train.
So he was taking the young kids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was only taking Shrek's son because it was Shrek's son.
Yeah, no, he didn't take all the firstborns because then you got to take Bruce.
Yeah, you would.
And Bruce
Which will
wasn't
be
on the
another
list.
thing that should have been on your list.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he stopped at the age limit. Maybe he stopped at 4.
But wouldn't it make more sense to kill Bruce Wayne?
If you stop at 4, first of all, if your age limit is that low, there's a problem. And then you stop there, there's an even bigger problem because now you only want to kill kids.
Yeah. And then also at this party, Batman and Catwoman find out who they are, who each other are.
I thought they had found out during that one scene where they were filling each other's scars. Wasn't that in another movie?
I felt like it was.
Like,
with scars?
yeah, like it was a guy and girl and they were kissing, and then like they're like, "Oh, it's scars." Was it like Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I
or
was going to say
something?
it had to be Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it was Mr. and
Yeah.
Mrs. Smith.
Okay. I had thought they found out then, but apparently not.
I did too.
Maybe they weren't paying that close attention. I don't know.
Apparently.
Yeah. And so then she was like, "Do we start fighting each other now?"
Nope.
Nope.
Just saying. I
Batman
mean,
wasn't trying to fight
she
you.
wasn't trying to fight you. You just
No.
offered him the bed in the department store. What are you talking about? You're not about to fight.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Okay. So
California King.
Penguin.
I was
Penguins-
like, oh man, California Kings was a thing in the 90s.
So Penguin plans fails, so now he wants to kill all the babies again.
Yeah, now he wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So he wants to kill all the babies. It doesn't matter if they're firstborn.
hmm
Why discriminate and not just in boys now? So
Yes.
the girls too.
Mm-hmm.
But that fails on him. Now I thought he already had the toxic waste in the water, but Shrek breaks out of his little cage and falls in, and it's just water.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. He
'Cause
didn't
he
put
had,
it in
he
the
had
water
went
yet.
to the edge and said that he was going to put the babies in there by being the penguin piper.
But yeah, no, he
No,
didn't
he
put the
didn't.
toxin in yet.
Okay. Fair, I guess. Also, that's not how toxic waste looks, but okay. I'm sorry.
That's how I always look on shows and
Well, you
cartoons.
gotta make it a color that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is when we get to our last scene,
Mhm.
and Batman uses a signal to have all the penguins
Turn around.
blow up penguin, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when we get Catwoman with her 9 lives. Why did she choose to kill Shrek that way? I'm still questioning it. Like she licks the taser and puts it in his mouth too. Why though?
I think at this point she didn't care about her life.
Yeah.
She wanted to die too.
Yeah, because think
Yeah.
about it. She can't have Batman. She can't have Bruce.
Yeah.
She figured there's really nothing else to live for. The only thing she has left is killing Shrek.
Yeah. Because even though Batman offered her, like, hey, we can live together, she was just like, it's not going to last.
It's not gonna
And it's
last.
because she knows her mental state. Whereas it's like, yeah, it's not gonna work.
No, he's always gonna be Batman. She's always gonna be Catwoman. That's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's the end of the movie.
Mhm.
Batman rides off in the car with Alfred.
Yes.
What a movie.
It is interesting ride.
Yes.
I mean, I know you hate it. I hated it the first time I watched it, but like this time around, I was just like, you know what? It's not that bad.
Yeah, it was okay.
All right.
It's weird. The plot makes no sense. There's too many villains in it. There's no focus. But after all of that, I'm just like, I can get with this movie.
Okay. Well, I know we nitpicked everything. Is there anything we missed?
There's a few things.
Okay. Big
let's
some nits. Big some nits.
see. I'm not even on there yet. I'm at random movie facts.
Oh, random. I forgot. About that.
Right.
Yes, give me the
movie
random
facts.
Random movie facts.
So they were gonna have Annette Bening as Catwoman.
Annette Bening.
So
Who's
she
Annette Bening?
was in Captain Marvel as
Yeah.
I tried to find
Marvel?
like a
She was Marvel, right?
Yeah, I tried to find a younger picture of her.
I
couldn't
mean,
really-
I guess it would be fun.
Michelle Pfeiffer is better. But anyway, the only reason she didn't do it is because she was pregnant at the time, and you can't really have a 10-pound
bullet
baby
there.
strapped to you in that leather suit that apparently they
Yeah.
had to vacuum seal on Michelle Pfeiffer.
Man,
I'm like,
these
what?
I mean, you can tell that's. I was like, unless this is a stunt double,
Yeah,
you
nah.
could tell that it was on her.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, she could breathe in the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so that was my last casting thing because everyone else is who they are. So apparently McDonald's and parents were angry at WB for this movie because it's not a kids movie.
It's not.
And there's like, how are we supposed to market these toys? And this movie is really
Yeah,
violent and
like,
dark.
can't.
and
How do I
creepy.
market Black Goo Penguin guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we can blame all of them for the reason why we have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
I mean, fair enough on them because I mean, you could still market Batman,
Mm-hmm.
right? 1989.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It's a bit of a darker movie, but it's still okay. This movie, no, like, come on, man. You got no.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, I'm surprised this movie got away with a PG-13 rating.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Was it PG back then? I think it was PG.
it was PG-13,
Okay.
unless it got re-rated for the future. I don't know.
It's
But
PG-13.
so it's PG-13. But even then, like we brought this up in like Uncharted when that guy got like his throat cut and there was like no blood or whatever,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
like, that's weird. And
Uh-huh.
here, Catwoman scratched up a guy's face.
Yeah.
Penguin bit a dude's nose off.
Mm-hmm.
Catwoman licked a taser and then kissed it on a guy and burned him to death.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed all of it.
Besides all the not even sexual in the windows, just the
Just straight up sexual harassment.
yeah.
So we know it's not a kids movie. But I don't know, like, can you bite someone? Like today.
I mean, it's not rated R. I don't think it's rated R, but it's not.
But my thing is, like, in today's PG-13 movies, like, you're getting no blood whatsoever. They would have not have shown Catwoman scratch a man's face off.
No.
So I think they got away with a lot, and I understand why people's, they're like, yo, the first movie wasn't like this.
And unlike some of the newer superhero movies that are rated R that parents got mad at, this is a bit different because, again, with its rating, parents would be thinking, oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to
It's
take
not
my
that
kids to the
bad.
Batman movie,
Yeah.
especially if they took them to the first Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
I
it's
think
very
of
different.
like Dark Knight Rises, like that first scene with Joker, like 5 people were shot in that scene,
Mm.
but it's like you didn't see the bullet go into anyone, and there was no
Well,
blood.
it's the normal,
It's the
normal
the
PG-13
bullet
thing.
fires and the person falls over. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a normal PG-13 thing. And,
Yeah.
and this movie was not like that. It's just really, because, I mean, think about it. We seen the first one as kids. We did not see this one as kids.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's just like, no, this one's a little different. You guys aren't seeing it. So they were mad, and rightfully so, I would say.
But we went all the way the other direction.
Yeah, but then we went all the way to.
We just needed to go back to
Batman
89.
Forever.
That's
Yeah.
all we need. No, we just needed to go to the cartoon.
Yeah,
The cartoon Batman, like
we
around
didn't have
that
to do-
lines of
Yeah. So yeah, blame that for the horrible movies we got after the fact. So I
Although
did
I still
mention.
love Batman Forever, but go ahead.
I mean, yeah, it's a
I
horrible
do
movie,
too.
but I enjoy watching it. So we go to. I did mention how Burton had pretty much free range, and that's how WB got him to come back, and he didn't want it to be a direct sequel to the original movie because the original movie was going to be this movie was going to be a direct sequel to the original. So like Vicky Vale was going to be in it. Apparently they were going to introduce the Tim Drake Robin because Tim Drake Robin would have just came out in
Mm.
the
Oh,
comics.
okay. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Which I'm like is good because Tim Drake gets no love.
He
He does.
doesn't. He's never anywhere.
Yeah.
It's always it's always Dick
Dick
Grayson.
Grayson.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, oh, that's been interesting. I want to see what that movie was, but
Mhm.
Burton didn't want that, so it didn't happen, and he basically got rid of a lot of things, like the thing about how Shrek and Penguin were going to be brothers, which would have made a lot of sense.
It would have made a whole lot more sense.
Would have made more sense.
This was a different movie. I feel like he wrote a movie and then inserted Batman into it.
Yeah, no, this isn't a Batman movie like at all. Um, so Michelle Pfeiffer really did put a live bird in her mouth.
Ew.
Ugh.
Yeah, disgusting. She said nah, she wouldn't do it, but yeah.
I was wondering that.
Mhm.
I was like, is that real?
Definitely real. Definitely did.
Yeah,
Yes.
scratch her tongue up or something, man.
Maybe it's not a non-aggressive bird. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think, like, if
That
you
bird
were
was trying to get
inside
out.
of someone's mouth, you're trying to get out of it.
It was only for like a few seconds.
That felt like a long time.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Nope. Nope. She did it for real. I mean, that's to say they did have fake birds.
They could have done a fake bird.
They could have, and they had them. She did it live.
Okay.
Oh, props to the makeup department here. I think they did a great job.
They did
Yeah.
a great job. I mean, we say like with all the issues, I think everyone acted their butts off in this movie.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it was good acting.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good acting.
I mean, a little weird, sure, but yeah, the costume and makeup department,
Yeah.
good job. You guys, you had a aesthetic and you went with it.
Mm-hmm.
You did a good job, even if it was weird. You did your thing. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them. Oh, since we're talking about costumes and whatnot, Batman boots. What kind of shoes were there? Any guesses?
Reebok.
No, come on now. Don't be ridiculous. Your turn.
she's happy. So I'm gonna say they were Jordans.
Of course they were Jordans.
Alright.
The sixes, to be exact.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Batman's closet. I was like, wait, you just got bat suits on hangers? I'm so confused.
Yeah, otherwise they get a wrinkle. You gotta hang it up. Come on.
Yeah.
It's rubber.
So they use emperor penguins and blackfoot penguins in this movie.
Okay.
To get the penguins to go where they wanted to go, they use fish to kind of
Yeah.
train
Yeah,
them where they
okay.
wanted to go. The penguins had like their own area of the set with like a giant swimming pool that they kept really, really cold for them.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently no penguins were harmed in the making of this movie.
Good job.
Good
All right.
job.
Cool.
So originally, Catwoman was going to die at the end after she killed Shrek. That was going to be done. But audience really liked her, and so they felt like, oh, they really responded to her, and there was like talks about like, oh, should we do a sequel, blah blah blah. So anyway, so
No,
then
instead we released a Halle Berry Catwoman movie.
yeah. So they insert that part at the end with showing that Catwoman survived, just to kind of make everyone happy, and they did that like a week or two before the movie came out. Because of that. Okay, now we're at nitpicks. Let me see if there's any that we didn't already talk about.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
So Penguin's parents have a baby. They lock him into the cage until he's about, I'm going to say, at least 6 months old or so. Maybe he's about a year old when they decided to dump him into the river.
Mm-hmm.
How do they explain the disappearance of their kid?
That's true. I don't know.
And
They're
then,
rich.
but didn't, I mean, still, everyone want to know that she would have had a baby. Did she just say the baby died in childbirth or something?
I don't know.
And then, like, the staff know you kept your baby locked into a cage?
Yeah. I mean,
They're rich. They paid off a lot of people not to say nothing.
well, no, yeah, they probably didn't tell anybody about the baby because they screamed when it was born. So, Like the world doesn't.
And
know
they
there's
could
a
have said
baby.
that the baby died
And it was
because
born
of
in a house,
the
so
deformity.
there may not be any government records
they
of
just
it.
said that the
So how
baby
did Penguin find out who he was?
That's why I'm saying it doesn't make any sense because I was thinking that right. He's looking at the records. How would he be able to look at those records to determine who his parents were? He already knew who his parents were, and he killed them long before he came up with that stupid plan.
Yeah.
Because looking at those records doesn't prove anything.
Right.
Because
And I feel like if his baby records was in there, it would have been shown.
well, first of all, if his baby records were in there, how does that help him? Because he said he didn't know who he was. So if it said Oswald Cobblepot, you don't know who that is.
That's true. How would you? No, you have to look for a baby that would have died around the time that you did.
Exactly.
But it's unlikely. Like I said, since they wasn't born in the hospital, it's unlikely that they even registered that they had a kid.
Did you pretend like it didn't happen?
Yeah.
And then you tell everyone else in the house, like, keep your mouth closed?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And so he already knew.
Yes, he already knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That plant Shrek was gonna build, why was it so weird looking?
I didn't even pay attention to it.
It was like a upside down pyramid or something.
Yeah.
That's
It
weird.
didn't make any sense.
Power plants don't look like that.
No. And then, okay, back to, we talked about this a little bit. Your plant was going to take all the energy, and then what? You were going to sell it back to Gotham?
Oh, was that his plan?
Otherwise, what are you sucking up all the energy for?
That was his plan.
Why not just buy the plant?
That's true.
Yeah. That was his plan. So by that way, he will get all the money because Gotham would be dependent on his power plant instead of their own.
He could have bought like Dolores said, he could have bought the plant. He could have added more since they're generating a surplus. He could have put some storage in. Yeah. And well, I guess it's 92. They don't really have storage, right? So
I think they do.
It's a stupid supervillain plot.
It doesn't make any sense. You could just buy the power plant that's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you build a plant that costs more money?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just whatever. It makes no sense.
And then again, if Gotham is operating with a surplus, why would they be even considering a proposal of a new power plant?
Exactly, which is why Bruce was like, "We're not doing this."
Yeah.
But like, why would they build another plant that's only going to produce more pollution and all of that, taking land and all of that when they don't need it?
Right.
Yeah.
No one said Max was smart.
Right. Okay. Batman has the signal beam into his house.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a series of mirrors or something.
Okay, so first one, no one notices that like that happens.
How would no one not notice that?
Two, how would you
Because he's
do
in
that?
he's in
bat
a
signal-
secluded area.
The bat signal is being pointed up into the clouds. Does he have a mirror in the sky? Where is he getting it
How
from?
does it doesn't make any sense. Two, when you install it, everyone's gonna be like, "What you doing all these mirrors?" What if he's
And
not?
then one of the mirrors has a bat symbol on it.
Yeah. What if he's not sitting in that room when it happens?
He's always sitting in that room, doing nothing apparently.
And then why do you need to beam it into your room if it's beamed in the sky? You just look out the window.
That's true. That's the point of it, right?
And okay, for them to go to the back signal, the signal it, for him to get it, for him to get dressed and get there, the chaos is over.
Oh yeah, because he
that's true.
lives outside the city.
Yeah, it's done.
I was like, this is taking way too long.
But that's a Batman nitpick, like altogether. But usually Batman's already in the city.
Yeah.
Like at night he goes there. He's not at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when
So-
he's at home, I'm like, man, Bruce, they're dead.
Yes.
You live too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we covered a bunch of these, but here's another one. That baby sewer rescue. No one found that suspicious. One, why was the manhole open? Two, that baby's brain damage from all that flipping it was doing. And then the guy managed to flip it in a conveniently open manhole. And then the Mr. Penguin guy has an elevator lift out of the manhole. Just happens where the baby got kidnapped from. No one thought that was suspicious. No one followed the crooked guy dying down the manhole.
I was saying that. I was like, yo, at least parents, y'all didn't he just kidnapped your baby and you're like, oh, let's look down the mountain. No, I'm going in
like,
there.
oh no, it's Mr. Penguin.
Give me my kid back. Like,
yeah, just weird. Just
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the way just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the Penguin was going to use rockets strapped on penguins to blow up Gotham.
He was
100
blowing up
million
all
people.
those penguins. as well.
Well, no,
No,
forget
no,
that.
no. It was firing
Just-
off the penguins.
Yeah. I don't care about that.
Okay.
My point is why?
I don't know.
Why not just blow up Gotham?
That's true.
Or why are we strapping them to penguins so they can slow waddle to Gotham Plaza to blow it up?
Right? Nobody could have stopped
Doesn't
the
make any
penguins.
sense. Then why was it so easy for Batman to stop them? And then
I guess the same
why
reason
did he
Same
have
reason they was
to-
able to get in his back
And then
Batmobile.
why was he even able to do so? Because Batman should not have known that that was his plan. Batman wouldn't have been set up for it. Because remember, he kidnapped the babies and put them on the slow moving train that Batman stopped in like 2
and then
seconds.
sent a
And then Penguin said, "Forget it. I'll just blow everyone up." How would Batman even have the setup to jam
Yeah.
the signal and stop that and send the penguins back from where that came from? Because he would not have known that that was the new plan.
That's what we call lazy writing.
Okay.
That I mean, it is. It's just lazy writing.
Yeah.
Stuff's just happening.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. That was my last nitpick that we did not already cover.
I have
Okay.
one nitpick. So the scene where he is playing the recorded CD,
hmm
and they was like, okay, it's time for us to do it. Why did he go to the Batcave that way?
Yeah, in the Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
what was the point?
What was the point of that?
Also, I don't care. Like, I'm not getting in that thing.
Well, just like Alfred was like, yeah, I take the stairs.
Yeah.
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 And the spikes retracted after it closed.
Yes. I was like, that was not needed.
I'm like, why do I need to? I'm not doing. Maybe he thinks like nobody's gonna go
I
through
think
there.
that's the point.
Right? Okay.
Well, I get that, but I was like, there
But
was
there's
no
a
need
stairway
for
there,
him to
too.
enter.
That's so we can see that it's there.
Okay.
It's still pointless. I mean,
It is.
Yeah. But come on, it is better than in Batman Forever chair. And then I was just like, so do you never say chair?
Desk.
And then
hey,
this,
hey, no, imagine the chair gets stuck, and he's like, "Ah, man, what's wrong with this chair? Oh no!"
Have we reviewed Batman Forever?
We going to now.
We
We're
got
going
to.
to now.
We got to.
I got a new movie for us to review too, a new Batman movie. And I was like, this exists. We're watching it.
Oh,
no.
God. You talk about me, but you enjoy picking bad movies for us to watch.
I do.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my chair. He said other things too. Didn't he say it was like door?
Yeah.
He named like 3 furnitures
hmm
in that scene.
That you say all the
All
time.
the
the
time.
time. Right.
'Cause
Close
imagine-
the door. Oh no.
Like imagine someone's in there and be like, yeah, don't worry about the door. Oh yeah, I can't say that. He's got to pick a thesaurus to figure out what else
Yeah.
to call these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So are
right,
we
yeah.
rating? We're rating
Uh-huh.
it then.
Yeah.
All right. So after watching it yesterday, I was going to rate it watch while folding clothes.
Mhm.
After talking about everything here today, and your guys' views on everything, I'm going to rate it pure torture because this movie is dumb. The movie's dumb.
I'm gonna
It's
just-
stupid.
No.
And I don't get entertainment from it. I don't
No.
want to see it again.
No, you're completely wrong on that.
It's
Just-
pure torture.
It's really not. It's really is. If you haven't seen this movie, you should see this.
No,
movie.
you shouldn't.
You should. Like it is. Look, I'm
I
openly
get
saying
it's
that
classic.
It's not because it's classic. I'm openly saying that it is a dumb movie, but it's a dumb movie worth watching.
Okay. All right. So
I-
what's your rating?
I'm gonna give it up 8 for that.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because
That's- no.
It is legitimately worth watching.
I would have accepted watch off for this.
No, it is worth watching because it's better
You
than
pay for
Batman
that. You
Forever.
wouldn't wanna
It's
pay-
better than Batman and Robin.
I feel like the plot in Batman Forever is probably tighter than this.
I was gonna say I still have Batman Forever.
Y'all
Better than
tripping.
this.
Batman Forever is pure nostalgia. That is not.
Well,
that
we're gonna
movie
watch it and
is
we'll find out.
stupid.
But
It
either
is
way,
stupid.
I'm
like,
sure it
can
is.
I be entertained by it? Yes, but the movie
but
is dumb.
even so, even like both movies are dumb plot wise.
Yeah.
Which is more entertaining?
Well, because
Is Batman Forever not
you
more
talking about the
entertaining?
one guy who literally was quoted for his buffoonery, and you're telling
His
me that's
buffoonery was
more
extremely entertaining.
It was
Plus,
very
Val Kilmer
entertaining.
was entertaining.
Yes.
And
entertaining. You had the horny psychiatrist who was horribly bad at her job.
she was horrible.
She is bad at her job. The
Are you still having those nightmares?
riddles,
Those riddles were bad.
just
And then
stupid.
Two-Face was entertaining. The whole thing
MRE.
was entertaining.
No, it's just dumb.
MR.
Mystery. Just come on.
Mr. Enigma.
Like, get that, and they said it like it was some sort of new discovery or something.
Wait, we can't talk about it now.
Yeah,
we
we
gotta
can't
talk
talk
about
about
that movie later.
I rated it watch while folding clothes.
I need to watch my phone and clothes. It is not a pure
No,
torture.
no. You rated it. I paid for that.
Because I think it's a movie that people should see.
Okay, fine. Our group rating is Watch While Folding Clothes.
It's fine.
My personal rating is still pure torture because I don't know. It was at Watch While Folding Clothes yesterday, and then as I think about this movie, I'm like,
Oh no, it makes no sense.
It's like watching it. I like the movie better, but I will still keep my ratings of the movies the same though.
I wouldn't.
I mean, either way, like I'm in between, so I could push it up to Watch While Folding Clothes.
Mhm.
I mean, but I pay for that. I
Yeah,
wholeheartedly
no.
disagree.
No.
No, because I feel like if I say watch my phone and clothes, it means just like it is there. I think
This
it's
movie is
just-
7 out of 10.
I think it is a 7 out of 10.
Oh God, no, man.
It's a 7 out of
This
10.
is a solid 5.
I got it at 6.
No, I think it is a 7 out of 10.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10.
okay, that's cool. All right, I mean, this is what it is. 3 Rivals rating. Watch while folding clothes. I feel like that's a fair rating for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Although, if it's your first time, if you're bold enough to watch this for the first time, you might want to just sit, not do anything else.
Yeah.
Just
I
watch
would
it.
say at least give it a watch. Watch it. Get your take on it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts on Batman Returns?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. That's our review of Batman Returns. We're going through the Batman movies now, apparently. Which
Nothing else is out. So.
I'm cool with. I'll do it. Let's go through the Batman movies. So, what are your thoughts on the Batman movies? This is a classic, so I know it's gonna be torn. You know, like, hey, is this one of the greatest movies ever? Because
No
like,
one is saying
everyone.
that.
Well, I mean, you love your classic Batman movies, right?
Yeah.
No one is saying that about this movie.
Or is it pure torture? Let us know in the comment section below. Also remember to subscribe and hit the like button for more 3D Rivals content, and I will catch you next time.